it's this weird shit again. God, this is so awkward to set up. Sometimes I like to edit when my friends are in the call, because I've gotten better at like editing and like listening to things. Because sometimes I used to, when I was starting, get really distracted by listening to things, so I would just, edit raw. But now I like to, either have something on in the background or talk to my friends at the same time, because I can do those things. Still takes me around 2 hours. What I didn't expect is to my friends to sort of like blast Die Very Rough while I was editing. Alright, I got 50. Pretty good. Pretty proud of that. Apart from the fact that whoever decided that the safety oh shit handles were gonna be I have pretty long arms, right? I'm 6'2". But fuck me, if you're below 6 foot, how you're meant to reach these is beyond me. Finally, I looked at my Spotify what's it called, the day list. Sometimes they got really funny titles. Like my friend gets Riz in his, but I finally got the word that I was looking for, which is desiderium. Fuck. Oh, pretty good though. I'm very happy with it. I'm liking the progress. Progress is doing wonders. So I just did 50. Tops at 7, which is really nice. God, it's difficult to get your fucking legs in. You know what makes me laugh? Shortening a word that is more effort to say than the original word. I can't think of an example, but I'm sure it happens. Definitely need to move that closer. It was a little bit awkward. Anyone else think that Superman's suit, because obviously there's been leaked photos, anyone else just think it looks great? Looks fine. It looks good. There are also leaked photos, so this is pre editing. I imagine they did some editing with Cavill's. Cavill's was great. I don't feel like I want to compare them because they're different tones. If they were the same tone, and say we had the recent Superman in Cavill's universe, imagine he was wearing that suit. That'd be silly. That would look weird. But if we had Cavill's in Corrin Sweat's universe, that would look weird too. But they're both great. But I really liked Cavill's Superman. I love Cavill. I thought his Superman was great as its own thing. And I think I'll appreciate Corrin Sweats as its own thing. It's fresh. Because at the time, the dark, because obviously we had Avengers and stuff like that, and that was quite upbeat, kind of very childish, and I loved that. And then I loved the dark tone of the DCU. That was great too. But yeah, I mean, it comes in waves, doesn't it? I'm sure at some point, because everyone's like, "Oh, I'm tired of superhero films," but then they will say "Oh, there's no films out that I want to see." But there are plenty of films out. Yeah, I think you just don't like films because there are loads of films, and even just watch old films because there are so many good old films. You're just not looking. Because to be fair, all you're seeing is probably superhero adverts. So then obviously your reaction is "Oh, that's the only thing that's out." There are plenty of things out. They just get under the wave of they just get thrown under the wave of Marvel film trailers. But yeah, there's plenty out. You just gotta look for it. That's what kind of annoys me about people that ultra don't like superhero films. It's sort of all they talk about, really. In the same way that Marvel fans only talk about Marvel as like the only kind of film genre there is. It swings both ways, really. It's kind of funny. Please go in. Go in. It's so difficult. Fucking hell. My hair's getting so long. Alright, well, we got 50 on the sticks. Where's the seatbelt? Oh, what the shit. I don't think it helps, but I feel secure. You can barely see that, so I'm just going to try and move this. I got 10 though. Saying something's like easy once you understand it makes no sense to me. I'm sure black belt karate is pretty easy once you get to understand it. That's such a non-statement. Just say that if you. I would rather you just say, "I can't help you, mate." You know what? I'm gonna start saying that if someone comes up. If anyone ever asks me for advice on anything to do with the gym, I'll just go, don't worry. It's easy once you understand." That was a good 8. See, if I'm like, I get the argument for like more sets and more volume. If that's what you're used to, that's what gets you progress. Great. But usually I like to stick with like 2 sets to just close to failure, because that's what makes me progress. And that's great too. But sometimes I have to dip my toes into the other side of the pool. And I will treat myself to another set if I feel like I can do another set like now. If the last set is like 3 reps above my absolute minimum, I can probably do another set. And let's say like I just did right now, right? The first one I did, let's say I managed to get 12 reps somehow. And then the second set, I got like 10. I could probably do 2 more sets. But if I'm ending on my minimum, squeezing out another set is kind of pointless. Yeah. You know when you're talking to someone just devious, you know, they're up to no good, and they say something like that's clearly devious, and then they just have the gall, you know, the gonads, the chutzpah, to say what after saying something like absolutely, you know, have you ever met someone like that? It's just like, what do I do? My friends do that all the time, and they think it's funny. It is funny, but like, that's not the point. I'm trying to hide the excitement. Oh, and that'll be it. I'm like very excited. It's my birthday tomorrow. I turn 20. All my friends are saying that we're unk age, which I don't think is true. Until I start farting when I cough, which, thank you for watching. I'll see you all again on Monday. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and like if you enjoyed the specific video. Ideally do both, but yeah, I'll see you again Monday.